Welcome back, folks. This is my channel where I talk about Bitcoin, and I talk about specifically Bitcoin mining, and it's an interesting time to be in the business because the halving is less than 30 days away. We've got ETFs on the scene gobbling up more than all of the pre-halving daily supply, let alone the post-halving daily supply. Of course, the halving's expected to take place late April, where the block reward goes from 6.25 to 3.125. This massively affects Bitcoin miners and their revenue. So today we're going to be jumping into Luxor's halving report from the Hashrate index, one of my favorite sites to visit on a daily basis, where I check things like hash price and network difficulty and what the overall network hash rate is, etc. I'd recommend you check it out. Of course, I will put the link in the bio, but today we're looking at one piece of data in particular on page number 16. And on page 16, our friends over there at the Hashrate index put together a table where it shows most of the common Bitcoin miners and their efficiencies, their various efficiencies, ranging from the M20 all the way up to the latest and greatest, most efficient S21, which just recently hit the market, bragging under 20 joules a terahash efficiency. Now, what I like about this table is on the x-axis, it shows hash price and the different profitabilities for each miner, or lack of profitability for each miner at different hash prices. Now, what is hash price? Hash price is a measurement of the Bitcoin mining rewards, and it is a factor of four things. It's a factor of the overall network difficulty, which of course gets adjusted about every 2 weeks automatically, Bitcoin's price, the block subsidy, and transaction fees. Now, of course, the halving is when the block subsidy gets cut in, massively changing and affecting mining revenues for the Bitcoin miners. And so hash price is a measurement of how much are those mining rewards worth in dollars and cents. And it's expressed in terms of how many dollars per petahash, and it's also expressed in how many cents per terahash. So currently it's sitting at over $100 per petahash being 1,000 terahash. So this would convert into over 10 cents per terahash. And if you look at these machines, the S21 is a 200 terahash machine. So right now, this machine is bringing in over $20 worth of Bitcoin on a daily basis. Whereas down here, if you look at the less efficient machines, such as the S19J Pro, which we will be looking at in more detail in just a moment here, the S19J Pro is a 100 terahash machine, and it has the efficiency of 30 joules per terahash, and the S21 has less than 20 joules a terahash. And check this out, folks. I'm just going to pinpoint the S19J Pro, $60 per petahash hash price. And what's the break-even point for a S19J Pro, which frankly, most people, especially if they're in a hosted situation, they're probably running an S19J Pro. And of course, there's a lot of miners that are less efficient than that. There's some miners that are more efficient than that. But I think it's an interesting line in the sand to look at the J Pro and also look $60 per petahash. And why 60? Well, because frankly, that's where S19J Pros break even, as we can see here, 8 cents, or rather 8.2 cents per kilowatt hour. So 8 cents
is an interesting line in the sand for S19j pros, because a lot of people, especially if they have Bitcoin miners hosted with a hosting company, are paying close to this 8 cents. So at 100% uptime, if you're running S19j pros, you are breaking even. If hash price is $60 a petahash or 6 cents a terahash, you are breaking even at 8.2 cents per kilowatt hour all in for your operational expenses of having your machine online and on a rack. That is a very interesting data point that I thought I would share with you. And look, there's a lot of machines that are less efficient than J Pros. So if you look at the less efficient machines, their break even is even less in terms of cents per kilowatt hour, because that's what this is expressed in, is cent per kilowatt hour. So therefore, if you're running an M30S Plus and hash price is $60 a petahash or 6 cents a terahash, then you are underwater, my friend. If you're running an M30S Plus, you are underwater at $60 hash price because your break even is 7.3. And it gets worse. I mean, if you're running an M20, God forbid, in this situation, and you're trying to run a profitable Bitcoin mining business, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you are not running a profitable Bitcoin mining business at $60 per petahash hash price, because your break even is 5.1 cents. And that is less than if you're paying 8 cents. Then last time I was in school, 5 cents is less than 8 cents. And that is going not to your benefit, but rather to your detriment. So now let's look at the bright side of things. I'm sorry to be so negative here. Let's look at the bright side of things. If you're running a more efficient machine, such as, let's say you took the opportunity to upgrade to the most efficient equipment, such as the S21, at the same hash price, $60 per petahash hash price, your break even is not less than 8 cents. It's more than 8 cents. And the difference could be your profits. So let's say that you're running at 8 cents. Let's say your all-in hosting cost is about 8 cents. Then you're making money, 60 a petahash. And that is really interesting as far as I'm concerned, because we've gone through a very rough market. If you look at the market we've been through, where we were in mid $50 per petahash hash price. And if the halving was to happen today, that would be rough, because right now, today, if the halving were to happen today, we would be in the $50 range. We would be just above 5 cents a terahash. We would be just above $50 per petahash, because hash price today is $106 per petahash. If that got halved, the block subsidy got halved, you got to factor for fees that are also rewarded to miners. But roughly, if the halving happened today, then hash price would be just above $50, and the S19j Pro would be unprofitable if you're paying 8 cents a kilowatt hour. Now, if you're paying less than that, if you're paying less than the break even here, then you're profitable and you're making money. So
that's what I've got for you today. Hopefully you got something from it. Hopefully you have some understanding of Bitcoin mining business and how miners are rewarded for the hash power that they deploy to the network. But you're only making a profit if the hash power that you deploy to the network costs you less than the rewards that you are receiving. And I think that this data point from the Hashrate index is really interesting to screen cap and save that data, because it breaks down at what hash price and at what all-in per kilowatt hour operational expense that miners have. Where are you profitable and where are you unprofitable? Bitcoin mining is a serious business where it's competitive, extremely important to stay in efficient equipment and also capitalize on the opportunity to get into efficient equipment while that equipment is reasonably priced as we hopefully enter a bull market. So subscribe to the channel. Find me over at school where I'm starting the proof of workshop. I'm going to be tapping into industry experts to help people learn more about the Bitcoin mining business and be successful in the Bitcoin mining business. Hit subscribe if you liked it. Hit dislike if you didn't like it. And I appreciate you. I will catch you on the flip-flop on the next video as we explore different aspects of Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining. Thanks a lot. Peace out.